I recently did a video about how cheap headphones were getting really good. One of the headphones I talked about was the Alfawise Q32, and today we're gonna review them. Hi, my name is Mitchell. Before we get going, you guys can find links to where you can buy these headphones for pretty much under $20 at all the links in my description down below. It really supports this channel if you guys use it, and I appreciate it. Also, I've been a lot more active on Twitter as well as on my new Instagram page, XIAOMItography. You guys should go check those out. Okay, you know the drill. You want to read some interesting content? Go check the website. I'm always updating it. If you guys want to chat, hit my Telegram groups, and let's just jump into this. Now, as with all my headphone reviews, we're going to start with the design, then go to the features, and then talk a little bit about my experience using them. So first, the design of the Alfawise Q32. Let's talk about the case. Now, this case is a thick boy. For those of you that are wanting the best battery life and like the best overall longevity, maybe for traveling or something like that, these headphones are the choice for you. You're gonna get roughly 4 hours of battery life on a single charge of the earbuds themselves. And with the case, you're gonna get up to 60 hours of playback. If your phone dies, you have a built-in battery bank because this battery case has a 1500 milliamp hour battery built into it. So really excellent battery life overall. As you guys can see on the front of the battery case, we do have a indicator that shows you the amount of charge left in the case. Stuff like this is a small touch, but when you're comparing it to other true wireless headphones that have no indication of what the battery charge is on the case, stuff like this is really nice. Unfortunately, the case does use micro USB to charge. I would have loved to have seen one USB-C port for power in and power out. Now to move to the headphones themselves, these headphones are super small, and don't worry, these LED lights on them do go away after they're paired, and they are kind of tied with the Helu GT1s as the smallest actual headphone size. These things are really small, yet with the touch controls that they have, I've never had the same issue activating the touch controls on these as I did with the Helus. I don't know if it's a bigger touch area or just the overall shape of it, but these are really easy to operate. On the subject of touch controls, we have some great control and some great layout on the headphones. Double tap the right side, fast forward, double tap the left side to rewind tracks, single tap either side, play pause, long hold for the voice assistant, and I gotta say, they do a great job in regards to just overall responsiveness of the voice assistant and the input controls. It is worth noting that with both the case and the headphones themselves, the quality of the materials isn't that great. In fact, I would say that the quality of the materials is average for all other headphones under $20, being the QCY T1C, which maybe are slightly better materials than these, same quality of materials as the Helu GT1s, similar quality as the Redmi AirDots, maybe a little bit better even than the Redmi AirDots. But I don't get the feeling that these are necessarily going to break anytime soon. They do feel decently well constructed, and the case is a beast. And as you guys can see, these are in-ear headphones, and with the included ear tips, you do get really good sound isolation from the outside world. It blocks out a lot of ambient noise if you're walking on the street. You don't have to turn the music all the way up in order to kind of block out the outside world. It's something I kind of like. In regards to features, these feature the SBC audio codec, not the AAC audio codec. I have talked about in the past how SBC can get you better audio quality compared to AAC in some circumstances. So I can't really fault them necessarily for having SBC as the audio codec, being that audio codecs can vary in between device, kernel, and ROM that you're using on Android. Whereas on an Apple device, not having AAC might be a bigger deal. Battery life on the headphones, 3.5 to 4 hours, 60 hours with the included case, and sound quality with them is good. Like, it's really good. I would say that the sound quality is right on par with the Helu GT1s and better than the Redmi AirDots. I'm just not a fan of how the Redmi AirDots sound, and these sound slightly better, if not the same. Maybe it's my personal bias, to be honest. But if you guys want to see how I feel about the Redmi AirDots, you can go ahead and check out playlists up over here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a range test, microphone test, and latency test for you guys starting right now. Here we are, Alfawise Q32. These are the newest pair of headphones I've picked up. Now these Alfawise headphones are crazy cheap. On GearBest, they're $16. And on AliExpress, they're $17.50 or whatever. Super budget pair of headphones, and the battery life is like insane. I don't even know if I would ever even use the battery bank option, to be honest with you guys. But the fact that it's even an option, for some people, would be a selling point. Okay, we're at the end of the alleyway. I just had a drop out. Okay. Yeah, and just like in my original thoughts, the Alfawise begin cutting up before the other two. So QCY, T1C is kind of tied, I guess you could say, with the Helus. The Alfawise are right now the last place. But again, we're probably 55, 60 feet out. We are on a not so busy street here in Hanoi. We got some cars going back and forth doing a Alfawise Q32 microphone test. How do I sound outside? How do I sound with the motorbikes passing by? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Nice shot. Cover me.
Me spending a premium on it, especially if we're talking about like the longevity of the device. Contrast that with this. This is a Leatherman. Now, this is essentially a multi-tool. It has a variety of tools on it: pliers, screwdrivers, as I just showed you guys, bottle openers, files, package openers. While I was in Kuala Lumpur and I went to the Xiaomi store. Back up top, range on these is okay. It's not as good as some other headphones, but it's still quite good overall. Direct line of sight, I was seeing probably 55, 75 feet-ish in that range. Really, really good, very stable connection. I haven't had any issues with the connection of the headphones dropping out in between, which is something I know people have complained about on other models. Microphone on these is kind of what I would expect for all the headphones in this price range. It's not great. It's usable in a quiet environment, but barely. In regards to latency, latency on these wasn't that bad. Like, latency on these is totally fine for YouTube gaming. You're probably going to want something with aptX codec, because it'll probably have less lag than these. Again, these are $20. Okay, now let's go to the more subjective part of the test where I talk about my experience with these. And I've used these for over a week. I've used these every day for an hour, hour and a half or so. I've used them for working out, and I have to say that my expectation for these headphones when I got them was low. It was really, really low. I was expecting them, honestly, to be garbage, and they're not garbage. These, I think, would be great for a certain demographic of people that do not want to be recharging their headphones very much, people that don't want to spend a lot of money on them, and people who possibly even travel a lot. Because they are so cheap, if you lose them, it's not that big of a deal. That big battery case means that you're not going to have to worry about charging these or topping them up. And overall, the size of the case, while big, it's around the same size as the QCY T1 Pro, even though the QCY T1 Pro is a lot more expensive. So I think that just overall, like, these are a very unoffensive entry into the wireless headphone market. I think that the quality on them is surprisingly good. The sound quality on them is surprisingly good. And if you guys are looking for something that's not any of the other headphones that I've reviewed, go ahead and check these out and see if you can get them for under 20 bucks. I think they're a great deal. If you guys want to see my reviews of other headphones or comparisons, go ahead and click any of these links right here, and I'll have links to videos of the QCY T1C, QCY T1 Pro, Redmi AirDots, Halu GT1, all those headphones, all have linked up over here. Okay, till next time, it's been Mitchell, coming to you from Hanoi. Talk to you soon. Peace.